Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Vlogmas day number 7. Oh my god, I've been doing this for 7 days straight. Leave comments down below if you are liking the vlogs. And this vlog, can we please get 20 thumbs up, and then I will upload another video tomorrow. If it sounds like I'm whispering, it's because Jelly Bean is asleep. We woke up at 5:30 this morning. I don't know what his problem is, but he woke up, and then by 7 o'clock, I gave him a bath. By 7 o'clock, the TV. I don't want y'all looking at the TV and not looking at mine. But if I sound like I'm whispering, he's asleep. He woke up 5:30, like I said, and then by 7 o'clock, after his bath, he was pretty irritated and just wanted to scream, and I knew he was still sleepy, so I don't get no sleep. And he was like kind of up and down throughout the night, but I know he's teething and he's kind of tossing and turning. But nevertheless, today's video is going to be about my fifth wheel and what a fifth wheel is. And I am actually recording, well, getting ready to upload this on here, but I just wanted to tell you guys what today's video is about. Hopefully it's not boring. If you are kind of wondering about RVs, fifth wheel life, oh Jesus, wrong button, this video is for you because I know a couple of you guys have asked me about fifth wheel living, RV living. What is a RV? What is a fifth wheel? And hopefully this video can kind of clarify what a fifth wheel is. So me kind of jumping right into this video because I have my device over here playing, and hopefully I can easily put these photos on the top of this clip. But what a fifth wheel, well, an RV, there are so many types of RVs, and if you are planning on trying to live this life, you need to do a lot of research. Me and my husband did a lot of research before. Just a little backstory: before we got into our RV, we lived in like 5 or 6 different apartments. We apartment hopped every time when our lease was up. We got sick of wasting money in apartments, and my husband was just like, I always wanted to pretty much live in my truck. So we went out and bought a topper and planned to be homeless. And that's kind of how we got into looking at RVs, because we were looking at alternative ways of living instead of paying rent. So with that being said, we started looking at RVs. That's when we found out that our credit wasn't good enough to live in RVs, and then we just started looking at our overall finances and how to get out of debt, how to live debt free, how to, which I just said that twice, but basically how to spend our money wiser and better, and being able to be a little bit more freer with life and not have to worry about paying bills. And it's so crazy because that's what you think you have to do when you become an adult. Like, yes, you have to pay bills, but certain bills you don't have to pay. It's just the way that the American life or the American dream makes you feel like you have to live a certain way, which you don't. So with us seeing how long we wanted to buy a house, but seeing how long it was going to take for us to get out of debt with still paying rent, we was just like, wow, that's never going to work. So basically it's just like, okay, so how can we not pay rent? Like, what's another way that we can look at? So we looked at only living in a studio, and a studio was almost as much as living in a 1-bedroom apartment here in Seattle. So it's just like, okay, what else can we do? So my husband was just like, hey, I've always thought about being like living in my truck, blah 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 blah. And I was just like, hey, I'm game, you know, if I got my boo thing, I don't care, I'm game, I do whatever you want to do too. So I was like, oh, okay, that'll be fun, you know, that's an adventure. I'm down for an adventure. So when he told me that, we started looking at toppers for our Dodge Ram. At the time, we no longer had that Dodge Ram, so we got our Dodge and basically bought a topper. The topper was $2,000, so we got it from like a legit topper place and got the color and everything to match our truck. And we slept in our truck for 2 years. After those 2 years, being a parent now, I really appreciate my mom. I understand, and my brothers, like, they were like, hey, when are you guys gonna get out of living homeless, blah 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 blah. And my mom started helping me look for RVs. So with me and my mom putting our heads together, we went on Craigslist and found our fifth wheel. If you guys have been here for a long time, you know my second channel, I show like pretty much all of us getting prepared to move out of our apartment, us looking for RVs, us being homeless. Like, so if you want to check out any of those videos, my second channel is called Naturally Green Beans, and there's also a link if you're like on my main page, or if you go to like my about page, there's a link to my second page. And also I have an Instagram, just a shameless plug if you guys want to check that out and go further into like pictures and stuff like that. So my parents drove our fifth wheel up here. My parents, not our parents, my parents drove our fifth wheel up here because we found it on Craigslist. So my parents went and got our truck, which I will never buy a truck again without seeing it and test driving it myself. That's the only complaint that I have. And then, but I love my truck now, but it just had a lot of problems. So I be sitting on my knees and I be like, I can't do that no more. But my parents went and picked up our truck for us. They picked up our RV for us and they drove it way up here to Seattle. So a little backstory really quick about my parents. My parents had a Class A motorhome, which I'm fit to show you guys that like right now. Like I'm fit to start dropping pictures in right now for you guys. So my parents had a Class A motorhome. I think they had 2 or 3 Class A motorhomes. So living in a motorhome or an RV was not new to me. We used to go on 2-month vacations when I was younger, when I lived at home. We used to go on vacations all the time. And my parents own Class A motorhome, and then they also have like buses and stuff. So getting into like what drove us to get this particular set of an RV, I lived in a Class A with having my parents. I know what a Class C looks like. Just my husband's height and how wide he is. Like, you guys see my husband, he's pretty like wide and bulky. All the other motorhomes were pretty tiny, and I know that, I don't know, it's just he's just bigger for some of the doors, and I wasn't comfortable with seeing him kind of scrouching and stuff. And I know that we were homeless for 2 years living in a truck, so anything would have been better than living in a truck. But and you guys, we were homeless from 2015 to 2017, so you can have a time frame. Or was it 2014 to 2016? It was either one of those, because we've been in this motorhome for almost 4 years now. But just seeing him go in and out of certain doors and stuff, I was just like, every time we went and seen a fifth wheel, I was just like, oh my god, this is the type of motorhome that we need to get, because the ceilings are higher, the doors was a little wider, the bedroom up top, the ceiling was higher so that he wasn't ducking around like the air system up top. And that's what really drove me to him, like us getting this. My husband did not want a fifth wheel this size. He wanted a little trailer. Go check out my second channel if you guys want to see us really young, like freaking 7 years ago when we lived in an apartment. It was like seven years ago. Oh my goodness. But anywho, yeah, so there are so many different types of RVs. There's class A, B, C, then you also have buses, and then when you get into the trailers, which this is a fifth wheel trailer, you have so many different types of trailers, from tent looking trailers to shorter, like 16 feet trailers, to fifth wheels like this, to toy haulers. Like, there's so many different types of trailers and RVs you can choose from, but just depending on what you want to do with it, how you want to travel in it, and the space that you need, the storage that you need to go to. If you don't want to pay for an RV show, just go to RV car lots, like RV lots, where you can just go and walk around and get a feel for what RV you want. They will not be irritated at you, because me and my husband went up to multiple different RV places to see which RV we actually wanted. But God had blessed us with this RV, and I say God had blessed us with this RV because the guy that my mom went and seen, he just wanted to get rid of it because he wanted to have to build like a beach house basically. So what we got for this, it was God's price, like legit. We got it brand new. He had only used it twice, and he was just wanting to get rid of it and get some change for his beach house, and we got it. So I really appreciate and thank God for my parents, because they really went out of their way to bring us our RV. Like they didn't have to drive and stop their lives. My dad had to get off work to bring us our RV, but my daddy had flown for the first time since they drove up here. He had to fly back, and he actually enjoys flying now, so is an up and up for everything. But the RV that we have now is a fifth wheel, so I'm gonna get into the floor plan, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it might be a little long or a little boring maybe if you're not into like fifth wheels or caring about RVs and stuff like that, but if you are planning on living this life, just make sure you do your research. Know that living in RV parks, depending on what type of RV park you live in and where you are going to be parking your home at, it can almost be just as expensive as living in an apartment. So you just have to kind of weigh out all of your different avenues with that, because there's like, it's pros and cons. Like, you're not renting, because like if you don't like the place you can just leave, but it is difficult to find RV parks, and you have to put in reservations or reserve your spot 6 months and sometimes a year to 2 years before you can even find a new spot to move to. So living in an RV resort is like planning to the T if you're not boondocking. So boondocking is where you have no water, no electric, you're just kind of bouncing all over the place. But we bounce around every 6 months. We have to bounce around every 6 months. That's just the rules of a lot of the parks. So we have like 4 or 5 parks, 4 parks that we kind of really bounce around between. And yeah, let me stop rambling. I didn't get any questions on my last video, so I'm just trying to kind of answer any broad question. But this is just about the floor plan, doing your research before you decide to get into this RV lifestyle. We researched for 9 months before we were homeless, And then when we got homeless, we still did a lot of research, looking, searching for 2 years when we were homeless. So we did a lot of research before we bought our motorhome, got into it, and started living this lifestyle. We do plan on getting a home, but we're still kind of thinking about that now since we have a kid. We're still kind of thinking like which way would be better, if we get a house or just land, if we build. So let me stop rambling and just show you guys what our floor plan looks like, and hopefully you enjoy this video. Oh my gosh, I'm just kind of gonna throw this little bit in there because I forgot to say it while I was recording. But the only person that kind of knew that we was planning on being homeless was my dad. My dad, I told him we bought a topper for our truck, and he was just like, "You kids aren't planning on living in that truck, are y'all?" And I was just like, I don't know, you know. It's like we're just looking at a whole bunch of different options. He's just like, okay, like I don't know what y'all doing up there, but oh my god, it's not funny. But that's the only person that knew that we were like gonna be homeless or looking into being homeless. And then, but we didn't tell our parents though, because we kind of knew people was gonna talk us out of it or just be worried about us. But yeah, you guys, just a little info. We didn't tell anybody. Okay, so this is a fifth wheel. This is the one that we decided to pretty much choose. If you guys go to our second channel, like I said before, you will see that we did severely, like really look for RVs, which one would work best for us, which floor plan would work best for us. So out of all the RVs that we looked at, out of all the floor plans that we looked at, we felt that a fifth wheel would be best for us. I know this picture is a little blurry. Like I said before, I got all of these photos off of Google, so they are pretty blurry. Some of them are, but the photos that's coming up of our actual house before we moved into it shouldn't be blurry for you guys. But this is the floor plan, the closest floor plan that I could find that matched our RV. So if you start on the back left side, you have the living room, the TV, moving up into the middle island where the kitchen is. And then you also have the bedroom in the middle. Then you have the entrance on the far corner that's close to you. And then moving up closer towards your right, you have your bathroom with a tub and the master bedroom. Okay, so now for the actual pictures of our home before we moved into it. What you're going to see is the fireplace and the TV. Yes, the fireplace and the TV. So this is just your entertainment area. This is supposed to be the living room area. And right to the left of this photo is the kitchen and the island, the stove, the microwave, the refrigerator. So this is just what you look at if you're sitting behind you, like we're facing the TV. So behind you is the recliner couch, and then you also have a sofa couch, which you guys will see shortly. I should have put these pictures more into order, but I will explain to you as you're seeing the pictures. So once again, this is the kitchen. So if you see in the far right corner, you see the entertainment area with the fireplace, the TV. That's what you were just staring at in the previous photo. And now you're looking at the kitchen. My husband did change the faucet to the kitchen, so it's shorter, it's not as long, and it doesn't pour down like the little faucet doesn't pour down. But you got a standard size refrigerator, you have a small microwave, a small stove, and you have a couple of storage areas. The storage isn't great in here, but I mean, it beats living in a truck. So the next photo is the bedroom, my closet. I kind of showed you guys this before, but the little white box with the red handle and the blue handle, that's actually where you can have a full washer and dryer hookup, but because I just haven't found one that I really liked and really haven't spent that much time in looking for a washer and dryer. I haven't put one in there, but I'm not going to put one in there. You guys already seen my washer and dryer. So here is a zoomed out picture of what the closet area looks like with my dressers on the right and the bed, which is a king size bed, but me and my husband have went and bought a queen size bed when we replaced the mattress. Regretting that now, having a baby, because it's a little tight for all of us to sleep in the bed. But this is the overview of the closet area, and as you guys can see, my room is no longer this color. The closet is still that color, but the walls are no longer this color. So this is just the view of the bed, which is on a slide. A slide is where the, oh my gosh, that's probably like a whole nother video, but this is just a layout. So this is the bedroom, like looking from the doors angle. So where I ride my bike at, this is what I see when I'm riding my bike. I can try to explain what a slide is. A slide is basically, it makes the RV wider. So before you drive, you have to pull the slides in. Before you can actually live in your RV, you have to move the slides out. This is the bathroom, which is a full shower. This is what you call a full bathroom, which is a tub, a shower, a toilet, and a sink, and a vanity. So it's a very small, tight bathroom, minimum storage. We've added shelves and stuff into our bathroom. I do have an organizing my tiny bathroom video. Um, if you guys want to check out what kind of storage we did put into our bathroom. So jumping back to the living room, I told you I should have put these in order, but I didn't. But this is what you see behind you when I say you're sitting on a recliner. So this is the living room area yet again, and then you see the dining room area to the far right. We actually got rid of those chairs and that table back there, and now that's Jelly Bean's play area. And we still have our two couches, but I told you you should really get rid of your couches because they're the couches in motorhomes suck. But this is the hallway. As you see, there's the front door on the right side where the sun is coming in. So you come into the fifth wheel, going up the stairs. That's where the master bedroom and the full-size bathroom is. And you come down the stairs, and this door that you see on the left is where Charles's bedroom is. So when I be like, oh, Charles's room, that's the only room you guys don't see. It's this door here on the left. That's just a whole nother separate bedroom. So now we're still standing in front of the front door, and this is just an overview of the dining area, the living room area, the entertainment area. And as you can see, it does have a ceiling fan. We do have a ceiling fan on the ceiling. So I mean, when you get a fifth wheel, they are a lot more like put together, like more of a house look now. But this is one of the, excuse me guys, but this is one of the more blander floor plans. But this is Charles's room. So now we've opened up that door, and now we're in Charles's room. So this is a couch which lets out as a bed, and then you have a bunk bed up top. So this is supposed to be like a Cubs room, kids room, whatever you want to call it. But this also sleeps 3 people in here. I don't know if I told you how many people it sleeps. It sleeps 12 people because the couch in the front room lets out into a full-size bed as well. So you can sleep a couple of people in here. And this room also has a dresser, as you can see. It has dressers, a mirror, a little desk area, a TV plug, a cable hookup, and all of that. So the storage in here is really great because there's storage underneath that little sofa you see. This room has really great storage in it, and the bedroom has great storage. Like the master bedroom has storage in there. But this is just another overview of the house, like just the whole house. But yeah, the whole experience of living in a fifth wheel, I'm so happy we got a, what do you call it, like a 2-bedroom fifth wheel. Give me one moment, guys.
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna pop in
guys,
here on
that
you.
is what our
Like,
house looked like before
our house, our first tiny home. That's what it looked like before we got put all of our stuff in here. And now, like, this is why I say I don't like the couches. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Yes, you can see that. Like, the couch is just starting to peel apart, so we need to replace the couch and stuff like that. And that's how come I really don't want to like do like a whole house tour, I guess you can say. And it's like, that's why I have blankets on the couches and stuff, because they're kind of tearing up. But I don't know how I want to remodel my home. I want to take these drapes off that you see. Like, I want to take like all of those off, but I really don't know how I want to decorate my home. So I really don't like to buy things or start pulling crap apart and then I don't know what I want to do with it, because I don't want to look at it not being complete. Which is the story about the reflectant showing up in my room, is because I took the shades off and I still haven't found blinds or shades that I actually want to cover the reflectant up. So yeah, that is our whole home, everything like that. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Looking at the photos and stuff is like, it is really emotional because it was so long ago, and just looking where God has brought us from, and just my parents helping us, and me having a kid of my own now. I can only imagine like how my parents felt knowing that we were sleeping outside for 2 years. Trying not to cry, but I would literally be like, son, what the freak is wrong with you? And it's so crazy because me and my husband, we were having the time of our lives. Like, it was hard, don't get me wrong. It was very hard living outside, but we was having the time of our life. And going back, I wouldn't do it again. We would not be homeless again. But having a kid now is why I'm kind of laughing. It's like, I would literally be irritated at him if he did some crap like that. But then it's like, you know, he's grown. But I really appreciate my parents for really helping us out with getting our crap up here. So I'm gonna get off here because this video is gonna be long enough. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I said before, if you have any more questions, or if you made it to the end of this long video, please just leave comments down below, and then I can try to get into like further details. But it's so much research here on the internet, and I will have to make so many dang videos for you guys to like touch on every little detail. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video for the 16th time, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.